The question on everybody's mind is, will AMC issue an additional 500 million shares of stock? Now, we haven't even seen the voting results yet, so we don't know if they're going to be able to issue these 500 million. And if they do get approved to issue 500 million new shares, will they actually issue all 500 million? What's going to play out here? Kind of what's going on? So I spent the day searching for different articles, trying to find out like if I could find any hints on what's going to happen here. Because look, at the end of the day, I do believe that it's going to be a bad thing for shareholders if they do issue these 500 million shares. But I did find a very interesting article. And look, yes, the guy that wrote it, he is bearish on AMC, so I disagree with this aspect of it, but I do believe that he wrote a pretty good conclusion, and we can draw and learn a little bit from this conclusion. So that's what we're going to be talking about in this video. If it sounds like something you're interested in, let's get started. What's up, everybody? I'm Clay. I'm here to make 2021 the best year ever. If you haven't clicked that subscribe button yet, make sure to subscribe to the channel, become a bro. We're growing our portfolios together, and we're here every single day. All right, so let's just jump right into this article here. Now, look, I'll link it down in the description below if you want to read the whole thing. The guy is bearish on AMC stock. Just a warning, I'm not bearish on AMC stock, but I do believe that he's got a pretty good conclusion. So let's just jump right into this. It says AMC is stuck between a rock and a hard place. If it is unable to issue stock, then the company is likely to exit the pandemic with a highly indebted balance sheet and highly cash flow negative operations. Okay, we know they got a lot of debt on their balance sheet, right? Previously in the article, he did mention that he does not expect AMC theaters to be doing as well as they did pre-pandemic, and he never expects AMC theaters to do as well as they did pre-pandemic. He doesn't expect, he believes that consumers, the consumer trends have completely shifted because of the pandemic, and they will never reach the same demand level as they previously had. So keep that in mind in this conclusion. I believe that demand will go back to where it was before. I don't think that streaming services are going to kill theaters. I don't think that streaming services are going to take away from theaters' revenue. I believe that movie theaters are here to stay. So, but he doesn't, and this is his conclusion, right? So let's just keep reading. Even if AMC is able to issue 500 million shares at its current stock price to repurchase debt, then the stock still appears dramatically overvalued. And he goes through and he describes how he values the stock and what he believes earnings could get to with an additional 500 million shares and so on and so forth. It's hard to explain. Oh no, let's jump back a little bit. So then the stock still appears dramatically overvalued, and that is even before accounting for any long-term effects from the pandemic. It is hard to explain how the stock is trading at current levels. You've got apes holding AMC. It's not that hard to explain, but listen. If the explanation is due to short interest, then future stock issuances would pose headwinds to that support. Now, I completely agree with this, okay? And we'll touch on that a little bit more and break that down in a second here. I rate the shares a strong sell. No, I disagree with that part. But look, he is 100% accurate that if the apes, if the bros, if everybody's out there holding AMC stock because of short interest, right, which we are, we want to see the hedge funds lose out on this stock. They were selling it. We want to see the squeeze. We want to see them lose out. Look, he's absolutely right. If they issue an additional 500 million shares, the dilution would be crazy and the stock price will go down. A lot of people think that, they could issue the shares above market price. Nobody's going to buy shares above market price. You're going to buy them at the market price. A lot of people think, we'll continue to hold, and if we continue to hold, even those additional 500 million shares will eventually, stay at that market price, and we won't lose value because it'll still be trading at $10 per share. No, it's not the way it is. When they issue, guys, I highly doubt that we would get first dibs on these shares anyway, so it's not like retail investors, it's not like the apes could go out and buy these additional shares of AMC and then continue to hold them and squeeze out the hedge funds and the institutions. Who do you think is going to get first dibs on these shares? It's going to be hedge funds. It's going to be institutions. They're going to be able to go out there and they're going to be able to buy big blocks of these stocks and really save themselves from what's going on here. So keep that in mind moving forward too. Not only will it be diluted, but we're essentially saying, well, here you go, hedgies. Take whatever you want. You guys, great job. You played us well. And maybe next time, right? So I don't want to see that happen. And here's what everybody is going to be telling you. All of the good news articles about AMC is the fact that if they do issue these 500 million shares, they're going to have a leaner balance sheet. They're going to be able to pay down their deferred rent. They're going to be able to pay down all of their debt, this and that. They can have an additional $5 billion come in that they can use to grow and reinvent and make the business leaner and greener and so on and so forth, right? Okay, that would be great for AMC company. AMC would be able to move forward as a leaner company. Yes, I agree with that. If they're able to pay down their debt, if they're able to reinvest in the business, awesome for AMC company. Awesome for the CEO who wants to look good for saving the company. Awesome for, the hedge funds that get bailed out. But look, it's not a good thing for the stock price. If they're able to do that, the stock price goes down. The company can continue running with the low stock price. We know that. The stock price really starts to reflect what's going on with the company and really starts to drop lower and lower and lower. And the issuance of new shares could be a good thing if it was like we were at the end of 2020 in December 2020 when they issued 200 million new shares and then 50 million new shares. If they're face to face with bankruptcy and the only way out is for new investors to come in, is for the issuance of new shares to dilute current investors. If you're an investor in AMC stock and you're given one of two choices, you have to choose don't issue any new shares, keep your current percentage of your holdings, and go to zero, right? Go bankrupt. Or issue new shares, dilute your current holdings, and continue to move forward as a company. That situation, I would say, okay, let's take our chances, let's dilute my current holdings, and let's move forward as a company, and I don't want to go through bankruptcy. But that's not the situation we're in right now. The CEO has said multiple times that operating conditions are getting back to normal, right? That means revenue is getting back to normal. The theater is going to be able to provide for itself based on its earnings, and it doesn't have to go out and issue these new shares. But they want to because they want investors, they want the retail investors, and they want other people to come in and pay down their debt for them. I mean, think about it, guys. If you were in a huge amount of debt, you have credit card debt, you have house mortgage debt, you have car debt, all this stuff added together, and you could say, oh yeah, well, if I just gather all my friends together, and if I just gather a bunch of random people, and they can pay all this debt off for me, wouldn't that be a great idea? Of course it would. You would feel better. Now, you're AMC in that situation, but it's not a good thing for the current shareholders because the share price will go down. Now, I know this wasn't, the most focused video or anything like that, but okay, this is what's going on with AMC right now. The biggest battle is going to be whether or not the new issuance of 500 million shares actually gets approved, and then whether or not they actually get issued. Now, guys, to sum it all up, I'm voting no. If you guys are out there and you vote a different way, okay. At the end of the day, it's your vote. I'm not going to sway your vote in any direction. I'm here to offer my opinion and what I think about the entire situation. But guys, if you're brand new to investing and you haven't jumped in yet and you want to open up a Webull account, there's a link in the description below. It is super simple to set up your account, and if you deposit $100, you're going to get a couple free stocks just for doing so. And look, I'm doing a thing right now. If you use that link down below, and if you send a screenshot of your account after you've made the deposit, right? All I need is the username on your account. I can verify whether or not you actually used the link and went through and did it. I will give you the share price of AMC up to $30 just for using that link down below, signing up and making your deposit, so you can go out and you can buy a free share of AMC guaranteed on top of the shares that Webull is already going to give you. So you're going to get a couple free shares from Webull, you're going to get the value of a free share from me, and everybody's happy, right? Now, guys, if you like the content on the channel, don't forget to click that like button. If the subscribe button is still red, do me a favor, subscribe to the channel, become a bro. We're here every single day, and we're growing our portfolios together. And if you want to share the video, make sure to tag me almost anywhere you do, at Claybro. I would love to follow you guys back and really just see what everybody's interested in. Now, until the next time, I hope that each and every one of you have an awesome day.